Treyven and Wolf Mercurio, The Cleveland Adventure. Written by Joseph Mercurio. Chapter 1. On the Road to Cleveland. Treyven bounced in the passenger seat, skateboard resting on his knees. Cleveland, here we come! Wolf Mercurio, the loud and clever crow, flapped onto the dashboard. I hope the roads are smooth and maybe some good pizza along the way. Their plan was simple. Skate competition first, sightseeing second. But for Wolf, adventures always found him, especially when music and skating were involved. As they drove, Wolf pointed out landmarks like a tour guide. See that building over there? Fun fact, Alien Workshop headquarters is right here in Cleveland. Skateboards, chaos, creativity, amazing stuff. Treyven grinned. Wow, maybe we can check it out later. Maybe, Wolf said with a twinkle in his eye. But first, kid, let me tell you about a place even more magical. Skatetopia. Treyven tilted his head. Skatetopia? Ah, now that is a mystical, legendary skate paradise, Wolf said, puffing out his chest. No rules, pure anarchy, punk rock blasting, skaters everywhere. Boards flying, walls full of history. Skatetopia is a dreamland for anyone who loves skating and life. Treyven's eyes widened. Can we go there? After the competition, of course, Wolf said, flapping his wings. First things first, win that contest. Chapter 2. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Detour. As Cleveland appeared, Treyven's eyes widened. Whoa, look at that building. Is that? The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Wolf interrupted, practically vibrating with excitement. We're stopping. You'll thank me later. Treyven groaned. We're supposed to be at the skate park. Patience, young Padawan. Some lessons are learned off the board, Wolf cackled. Inside, the exhibits were bigger and brighter than Treyven imagined. Statues, shining guitars, album walls, they even got to try virtual instruments. Janis Joplin, absolute queen of soul, Wolf whispered. And Hendrix, genius. And Kurt Cobain, don't even get me started. Treyven laughed. You really love this stuff, huh? Music saved me, kid. It taught me courage, joy, even heartbreak. And it's why I love skateboarding. Rhythm, flow, feeling alive. Treyven realized something. Everyone's tastes, whether in music or life, were different, and that was okay. Differences made the world interesting and beautiful. Chapter 3. The 27 Club Exhibit. Next, they wandered into the 27 Club display. Photos of young musicians who passed away too soon stared down at them. Wolf grew quiet. They were amazing, but life can be really hard, even for the brightest stars, he said. Treyven asked cautiously, did something happen to you like that? Wolf shook his feathers. Not exactly, but I've had my struggles. Loss, missed chances, times I wanted to quit. Music kept me going. Treyven realized another lesson. People may seem different from you in music or life, but everyone has their own tastes, and that's part of what makes them special. Chapter 4. Downtown Cleveland and Record Shops. Before the skate park, Wolf insisted on a detour. We have to check out this record shop. Old blues and rock only, classics only. Inside, the smell of vinyl and coffee filled the air. Wolf carefully picked records, explaining each one. B.B. King, pure genius. Muddy Waters, backbone of classic blues. Treyven picked up a skateboard keychain and smiled. Think I could try a trick inspired by these songs? Wolf grinned. Music teaches rhythm. Skateboarding is rhythm. Play a tune in your head and your feet follow. They left with a small stack of records and a plan to hit the skate park. Treyven thought about all the things he had seen and learned so far. Life was short, and there was so much to see, hear, and enjoy. Chapter 5. The Big Competition. At the skate park, Treyven's nerves bubbled. The announcer called his name for the best trick round. Relax, kid. Skateboarding's about flow, not fear, Wolf cawed. And if you fall, laugh, get back up. That's the trick. Treyven rolled in, heart pounding. He launched into his signature move, laser flip to manual to kickflip. The crowd gasped. He landed it perfectly, wheels gripping the edge of the ramp. "You did it! First place!" Guy Wolf squawked, flapping wildly. "Kid, you're unstoppable!" Treyven couldn't believe it. He'd won, and it felt amazing to have Guy Wolf cheering the loudest. Chapter 6, Skatetopia, the mystical skate paradise. After the competition, Guy Wolf's eyes gleamed. "Now, we go to Skatetopia." Treyven's jaw dropped. Half indoor skate park, half museum, Skatetopia was alive. Boards of every shape and size hung on the walls. Posters of famous skaters, punk rock bands, and wild events covered the ceiling. Guy Wolf led the way. "This, kid, is the heart of skateboarding. Learn from the boards, from the walls, from the people. Skatetopia is a magical, mystical place where skating and creativity meet freedom." They skated together, laughing, trying new tricks, and exploring the Skatopia Museum, learning the history of skateboard design from the 1960s to today. Treyven realized life was a journey, and every trick, every song, every story added color and meaning. Chapter 7, Freedom and Fun. As the day wound down, they stopped at a small intersection inside the park. A car had parked nearby, blasting a loud, energetic rock track. Guy Wolf immediately flung himself into the music, wings flapping, head banging, spinning, and jumping like no one was watching. Treyven laughed so hard he almost fell over. "Even legends have secrets," Treyven said, smiling. Guy Wolf spun one last time, feathers catching the sunset. Music, skateboarding, freedom. That's what life's about, kid. Feeling alive, enjoying the world, and celebrating differences, even if they surprise you. Chapter 8, Back in Detroit. The plane touched down, and Treyven grabbed his skateboard from the overhead bin. Finally, back in Detroit. Guy Wolf flapped beside him, feathers ruffling with excitement. Treyven groaned. "Don't even bring up food." "Hey, Treyven," started, a sly grin spreading across his beak. Treyven held up his hands. "Don't do it." Guy Wolf leaned in close, slow and dramatic, and said, "Chilly, freeze?" Treyven burst out laughing, nearly dropping his backpack. Guy Wolf cackled so hard at his own joke that he stumbled, slipped, and fell into a small heap of dirty clothes that had been sitting nearby. Feathers, socks, and wrinkled shirts went flying everywhere. Treyven doubled over, laughing until tears came to his eyes. "You're impossible." Then, from under the pile, Guy Wolf started humming and headbanging along to a song playing faintly on a nearby radio. Treyven squinted. "Wait, is that MGK?" Guy Wolf winked, spinning his wings dramatically. "Shush, this is my jam." Treyven laughed. "Even legends have favorites." They spent the rest of the evening cleaning up the mess, talking about the trip, and replaying their favorite memories. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the skate competition, Skatopia, and music. By the time the sun set over Detroit, Treyven and Guy Wolf were sitting on the couch, tired but happy, skateboards and music nearby, hearts full, and ready for whatever adventure came next.